In this video, we want to help share with you how to have vision in your group. It's really important to have a vision and a direction that you want to head in. And one of the things that we want to explore here is how do we find that? How do we kind of help cast that and evolve our groups to make sure that it fits the vision? So we came up with a few questions that you can brainstorm. This is definitely something that, this video, we were recording, so we have no idea how long it's going to be, but when it's done, make sure you take time. Maybe you need to take a weekend, maybe it needs to take a week, but chew on some of these questions as you head into leading your group. So the first one is there an area of common struggle in the group? Anna, do you want to speak to this one?
Yeah, so is there something that you notice in your dinner group that the majority of the people are struggling with or walking through, or and this will just help you kind of narrow down on something that you want to focus on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had men's groups where, we've had a common struggle of the way in which we view women inappropriately, and we're able to find materials that really helped us, and we're able to keep each other accountable. So that was one way of a common struggle where you see that. You see others where unhealthy dating relationships start appearing inside a group, and so we have different studies that help that. But when you have issues where you see man, we have several people in our group who are having a common struggle about that, reach out to us, reach out to Anthony, Chris, myself, your coach, and let them know, because we may have scripture that you can walk through together, or we may have a study that might fit you appropriate there. So next question.
And it will,
go ahead.
The common struggle, whatever, it has to align with your vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your vision can't be, I want to do this while everyone in your group is here. So that's what it will help with. The second question is, what needs are present? And this is similar to the first question, but also if you realize that most of your group are going through a certain life mess, right? Or maybe there's some financial needs in the group or things like that.
Yeah, I would say the needs present one, you're not going to see these ones coming. So especially the life mess ones that she talked about. If you haven't heard the life mess stuff, we have another video that's called Community is Messy that I would encourage you to check out, that dives deeper into those types of messes. But occasionally your group's going to run into issues where it will have to mean that your vision needs to adapt based on the needs of the group. The next one is, what burden has God given me? Who are the people that God has called you to? And again, this is something that you should spend time in prayer and feel where your heart is being called to. For me personally, I feel a burden for those who are fresh out of college, who are in their young 20s, and they've reached that point to where work isn't all that it's lived up to, and that there seems to be more in this, and that I feel like there should be more significance in my life. That's really where my heart is drawn to, and not as much other areas. So for me, parents is not necessarily an area where God has given me a burden to. And so that means you need to, how your group is set up. So it doesn't make sense for me if I'm trying to reach that 20 to 30 some person who's just started their career to start a group at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. because they're still at work. It means I'm going to have to be later into the evening, 8 o'clock, and so forth. Anna, you want to talk about your situation?
Yes. So I, on the other hand, unlike Nick, who is, by the way, a dad.
Yeah. I should say too. Go ahead. We'll get to that.
But I have a burden for moms. I do, and which is why I started a lunch group. I wanted to start something that worked better for the schedule of a mom who, I specifically have a soft spot for the one who has a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old and probably a baby. My heart goes out to that mom. And so I did start a dinner group that that was specifically designed to allow those people to have space and community.
Mm-hmm. And then this should affect the events that you throw too. So when Anna's throwing her events, what are the events that moms want to attend? And so forth. So next question is, how would I like to see people grow in their relationship with Jesus? I don't know that we have much to expand on that. And do you have anything to expand on that one? I think that's pretty straightforward. That you're gonna have to wrestle through with God and your group.
You might not, you may not know your group yet, right? And so this question may also have to wait until you get to know your group a little bit, and you can say, okay, I think that in general, this is how I want to see them grow in their relationship with Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main goal with this is just that people are moving forward.
And then the next question is, what would I want people to say about my group? So, if you're able to think about your group, whether it's 3 months out, I would actually put it out there a little further. I think growth and development takes a bit longer. We run our groups for about 11 months. So at the end of those 11 months, what would you want them to say about your group? And we're hoping that a lot of that is around those strong relationships and spiritual growth. So make sure that that's part of that equation too.
Part of your vision.
One of the things you may be thinking is, Nick, I haven't led a group yet. How do I do this without that? I want you to think about the groups that you have been in, and what are the ways that you personally would want to take it in a direction. You may have come from a group leader who was phenomenal, or led a group for moms. But what are the burdens that you have that you're trying to reach, and how can you be more like yourself? We want to do the things to partner with you to allow you to use your gifts, your heart, to reach more people. And so I hope that these things help you. Again, one of those final ones is over the next 10 weeks. So it's short term. It gives you some ways to evaluate, because you get to the end of 10 weeks, evaluate what went well, what do I need to improve, and so forth. What do I want to see God do? I want to see God do blank in my dinner group. And so spend some time with this. It doesn't need to necessarily, like we said, you don't need to have these answers immediately, but you want to wrestle through these, and these are one of the things that will really help you give direction in your group, and to be able to communicate that to your group that, like, look, this is what I feel that we are called to impact here in our group.
And when you write your vision statement, or what you hope to see in your group, what your dream is, please email it to us.
Oh, yeah.
We want to be praying with you, for you. We want to read it. We want to see that happen in your group as well. So make sure you email it.
And we've been doing this for a while, and so there's things that we've learned along the way of different ways that people are trying to impact, and we can help guide you to ways to improve those situations too. So.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.